Greetings and salutations, YouTube family and friends. T-Rav Vlogs here. What's up, guys? So as you've seen, I recently went to Wizard World Comic Con 2016 in St. Louis. So I figured, like with the previous convention, I'd go ahead and give my review and some thoughts on it. First off, I'd like to say that, again, this was a first for me. I'd never been to a Comic Con before, and this first convention had a lot of firsts in it. I got to meet Jason David Frank for the very first time, which he was a very cool guy. He really took care of me. He signed a bunch of stuff for me, got pictures, kidded around with me. He's a really good guy. I also entered the costume contest for the very first time of any convention. I've never done that before. That was a wild time, let me tell you, but it was so much fun. So all in all, yeah, it was a pretty fun time. Like I said, got to meet Jason David Frank, which for those of you who don't know, he was the Green Ranger / White Ranger on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and he played many other roles in the Power Ranger franchise throughout the years, but that's what he started out as, and that's where I know him from first and foremost. The vendor's room was spacious. There was so much stuff, so many fandoms were covered. They had steampunk, they had anime, comics, anything you could think of. They even had a little tea booth, which was really nice. Now on to something that I really didn't think worked out very well, at least personally for me. Other people might have thought differently, but this was just from my standpoint. After paying a slightly ridiculous amount of money to get a weekend pass to go to this convention, I was granted the access to walk around. That's it. If I wanted to make any other memories, look over here. There's games that haven't been released yet. I should go play them. Gonna cost you more money. Look at all these celebrities here, all these famous people. I'd love to talk to them and get to know them a little bit. Gonna cost you more money. I'm really hungry. I think I should probably get a cheeseburger from this place. More money. Okay, granted, eating at any convention is going to cost you a little bit of extra money, but I mean, seriously, it's a little bit stifling for me when I've already paid that much money and I get nothing extra, like no other perks except I get to walk around the floor. And in that respect, it felt more like an exhibition than it did a convention. I mean, seriously, I work for that money and I would like to be able to have some of it left over to buy things at said convention instead of having to fork it all over to get to do things. So yeah, when my friends said that your pocketbook will be empty by the end of it, they weren't lying, and it wasn't from lack of trying, trust me. Now that being said, memories were made, but not so much of the monetary sense. I didn't have to pay for these memories. And again, meeting Jason David Frank was a very nice experience. He's a very cool guy, and I would definitely recommend, if you haven't gotten the chance to meet him yet, definitely go check him out. He's a cool guy. But the experience that I'm talking about is the fan interaction that I had with people. Now, for those of you who have seen the pictures, you probably don't recognize the character that I was. Some of you may, but I'm sure most of you won't. And that was pretty much the mindset that I had gone into when I was going to this convention. I was pretty sure nobody was going to know who I was, and I kind of expected it. I was quite surprised that when I got there, before I had even gotten my wristband to get in, a child who was probably more than half my age, definitely half my size, came up to me and told me exactly the series that I was from. When I asked him how he knew this, he said he was a child of the 80s even if he wasn't born then. That was cool. I even had another member of the costume contest pull me aside after I got off stage and thank me for remembering the series and helping him remember the series. So that was pretty cool too. I also had a gentleman on Sunday knew my character by name, and we talked for about 15-20 minutes about the show, costume building. It was a good time. And on Sunday, we could barely go 5 feet without people stopping us to get our pictures. My friends were Jack and Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas, so they were getting all kinds of cool attention from that. There was a hair show going on in one of the other con spaces in the Americas Center where the convention was being held, and they were saying, "Oh, we came for the hair convention, but this is so much more cool." You know, and they were loving us. So getting the experience of the general public, both from outside the convention and fellow con-goers, those were the experiences that I'll be remembering. And I didn't have to pay anything extra for those. So it all goes back to why I costume. It's for those reactions and getting to have those interactions with the people that gives me the reason to do what I do. I mean, it was a great time. Yeah, it was a little expensive, a little pricey, but the people I met and some of the things I got to do were something I couldn't have done anywhere else. So, overall, the convention was fun, little too pricey, but it was still nice to interact with the fans. Will I be going back to this convention? It remains to be seen. We'll see what other things happen in the future. Maybe they'll start including more things into the packaging, or they'll have some other people that I'm really wanting to meet, but time will tell. If you have gone to this before, I'd love to hear your take on it, what you thought about it. Tell me in the comments below. Again, we'll have a discussion about it. If you're thinking about going and have questions, by all means ask me, but I'm not going to say it's something that you have to go out and do. Now with Kawakan, yes, definitely. That is a must-do. It's inexpensive. There's lots of stuff to do. They don't charge you extra money for it, and it's all kinds of good times. Comic-Con's a little different. You pay, you pay, you pay, you pay to have the experiences. Now, what's GFM going to hold for me? We'll find out. I've got a rough idea. That's mainly because I've been there a few times, but you'll get to see it with me this time. So that's all I really have to say about that. So until next time, guys, talk to you soon, and take care. Bye-bye.